Hi all. Myself, Srujana, and my team members Manohar and Rohit, we performed on data visualization on obesity to map the percentage across different regions. So, uh, the obesity has been increasing rapidly in United States from the past few decades. And to see the trends and patterns in rising obesity, we use data visualization techniques, which can illustrate different graphs and maps and charts using these data. So this data visualization technique is help to highlight these patterns and find the relationship between the data and find the root cause of the obesity. So we performed the analysis by taking the data set from government source, and we did various techniques in Python using Python. So the method coming to the methodology, we abstracted the data from behavioral risk factor surveillance system, and we created an interactive visualization of this obesity across different regions. To illustrate the data sets in form of graphs, we generated patterns and comparisons between various attributes of the data set and found the root cause of the occurrence of rising in obesity. So we also will also use Tabulo and D3JS in the coming implementation. For now, we used Python libraries to create the visualization and illustrations of graphs. So we used Python libraries and Google Colab for to perform these illustrations. And coming to task analysis, this will be said by my team member, Manohar.
Yep. So in the task and analysis, we got the data from the government resources, and then when we perform the analysis on the data, we have seen some unwanted data, and then we clean our data and then generated the some of the things for here. So if we see, so this is the workflow which we followed while we are performing the some of the techniques things. So the architecture is this is the architecture which we followed. First, we got the data set from the data sources, and then we clean the data, and the data transformation has been done, and the visualization has been done. So this is how the things we happen, and then the features. These are the several features which we got from our resources. So the interactive visualizations, which got the multiple data sets, and the scalability, which has the information, and the visualization which we create is a user friendly interface, and the collaboration is also very easy. So coming to the tools for the data cleaning and the analysis and analyzing of the visualizations, we have used the Google Colab for writing about the data, and then we use the Python as an our language, and then the pandas as an the library which is used for the for data manipulation, like cleaning of the data and all these things. So using the pandas, once we transform our data, and then we use the different Python libraries for the visualization, like kind of matplotlib and the cburn and the plotly. So these are the different like Python libraries for the visualizations which we use. So and then if we go to the implementations, this comes how the implementation starts from here. And we imported the pandas library and loaded the data, and this is the sample data which we can see. And then this is the info of our columns, which we have all the columns and the data type of that particular column, and the the how many null count is there and how many records we have in the each column. And then these are the different types. Here I use the cburn as an library for the visualization of the data, the plotly. And here I created the this piece of code which creates the bar plot for the total number of observations by the year. And this code snippet will creates the line plot for the year start and the data value. Similarly, these are all the code snippets which will generate the different visualizations. So, and if we jump directly, and this is another library which we use for creating a kind of map. The globe represents spatial data. So if we directly jump into the visualization graphs, this is how it looks, final visualizations of the which happen. So here it shows the distributions of data by value by the topic. If we see the topic, the physical activity behavior, and this comparatively the obesity and the weight status was very high when So, and the number of observations, if you see here, like that. So these are the representations and the visualizations which we got from our initial analysis, and then over a period we'll be developing the further each variable will be using, and then we'll be further visualizing the graphs more in detail in the next coming increments. And the features and these things and the next coming slides will be discussed by our teammate Rohit.
As we could see now, the my friend has explained the visualization and the compiling part of the data set, and in which we have cleaned the data set and we have pre-processed the data set and we have analyzed and we have visualized the data set into different type of graphs. And now coming on to the futures, there are 5 features which are interactive visualizations. This is the multiple data sources and scalability and user-friendly interface and the collaborative. Coming on to the first feature, the project will include the interactive visualizations, in which it is the most important part to the user, which gains the insights into the different factors for contributing that obesity of the different states. And next, coming on to the data sources, the project will include the multiple data sources from the demographic data, socio-economic data, and the health data. Coming on to the third feature, it's the scalability. The project will be scalable, allowing the inclusion of the additional data sources and the analyzing of the larger data sets. And the last but one is the user-friendly interface, in which we have used the Google Colab and Tableau, and we have used the Viz Hub to visualize all the visualizations. The user-friendly interface we have used for understanding the project. And fifth feature is the collaborative. The project will be more collaborative with the multiple users to access and work on this data simultaneously. And finally, the conclusion. Oh, now we have the preliminary results and then the conclusion. Sorry, the preliminary results shows that the prevalence, the significance of the across the different regions and the states, such the obesity which has the higher rates in the states, that could have different variations. And also the rise in the obesity increases rapidly over the period, which is due to the unhealthy diet and lack of the physical activities. And last, the conclusion shows that the mapping the obesity across the different regions can provide the different valuable insights into the distribution of the health issues. And it could show that the graphs across the different state in the visualization part as of now. And we have used the Python and the Google Colab for these visualizations to be effective and showing us the good output. Thank you.